Good morning, Charlie. Oh my God. You guys are about to be sick of me.
Oh, I am so excited to talk about this movie.
I've actually never been more excited to talk about a movie ever. I am mortified and embarrassed that I had never seen what I'm calling the original Charlie's Angels. I know this is a remake.
It's not even a remake, it's a continuation.
True.
Yeah.
Does this change how I feel my standhood and my love of the Kristen Stewart absolute flop of a Charlie's Angels? No, I still love that one.
And that is also a continuation. Nothing's a reboot. It's just a continuation, and this will be continually made forever.
And it should be, because Charlie needs his angels.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we are talking about the iconic film, Charlie's Angels. And boy, oh boy, does this have absolutely everything I love.
Yeah, I knew I first of all was shocked that you hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, you were like 6 when this came out? 7? I don't know.
Yeah, I was like 6.
That made sense. Like, I saw this in movie theaters with friends. It might have been one of the first movies that I saw, without an adult with me. And so this is a big pivotal part of my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I saw Cameron Diaz had on the glasses with the little jewels on them, and I forgot those existed, but it was a huge deal, like which jewels you had on your sunglasses when I was that age. So it was bringing up a lot of nostalgia for me.
Oh, wow. I am going to start off hot with something that I think a lot of people are going to be upset to hear.
Okay.
But if you heard what Melissa said at the beginning, hopefully it makes a little more sense to you. The first thing I wrote down was, this reminds me of Spice World, but I've never seen Spice World.
Well, we will be seeing Spice. I think Spice World is hard to find, though.
Is it? Lily Without a Doubt has it somewhere.
I was going to say we would have to order the DVD, but we will be watching Spice World. Mm-hmm. Spice World was the first movie that I did not see. It was like my friend's dad took us to see it, but our group, we all dressed up and went and saw it.
Oh, that's so fun. That's what Monts was saying with Charlie's Angels. He went with his cousin and his cousin's dad. And I was like, oh, And he was like, yeah. But Monts was shocked I had never seen Spice World. And I was like, I was too young. I know the Spice Girls, but I was like too young for the Spice. The only reason I knew Spice Girls was because my friends who had older sisters. Like, they were obsessed. That makes sense. But like, it wasn't, and the age gap was enough that like, we knew some of the songs, and I could name the Spice Girl. Hopefully I could name them, but I was not like a fan.
I was obsessed with Spice Girls, and it all just started because I had recently become a member of the Popular Girl
Squad.
Yeah, squad, and we were all, it was kind of funny. I think we were working on a group project where we didn't have to be in an assigned group. Like, we got to choose our group. Mm-hmm. And then our teacher goes, you guys remind me of the Spice Girls. And then I was set. Like, that was like, okay, and that was before I knew a lot about them. Mm-hmm. But after that, I became absolutely obsessed, finding out everything I could about them.
Yep.
And I can probably sing every song that they have in those early 2-3 albums that they made. I probably know every single lyric to them.
Well, who's your vibe, Baby? Baby aesthetic wise is like the pink
Ginger.
And the. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just think of Baby Spice as like, isn't she like pink and?
Yeah. I was kind of a tomboy then, though.
Oh, okay. Because my next was going to be Sporty Spice.
Yeah, it wasn't Sporty Spice. She was doing too much. All that flipping, too much for me. But
hey, you could liturgical dance your way to Sporty Spice.
But in the middle, even though I was a cheerleader too, but in the middle there, and at that time I was doing more tumbling, so I was flipping, but I just thought it was just too much to be doing on stage.
Yeah, I don't need to do that here. That's what I do at my other job.
Yeah,
my 9 to 5 is my cheer squad.
Yeah, but I was obsessed with Ginger Spice.
Okay,
but yes, that does make sense because Spice World is a parody of them as musicians, and Charlie's Angels is a long music video.
And you know what? You're bringing me to something I didn't think I would need to bring up this early, which is it's a little crazy that this happened twice because, like, hey, maybe this isn't the rarest thing in the world. But there have been times where I have been watching two separate movies, different genres, different vibes, and I go, someone directed this that also made something that's also important to me. And not because, like, I'm remembering the name. I'm just like, there's no way that there's not another piece of media that this person hasn't made that has not entered in my personal zeitgeist.
Yes, and it's resonated with you hard.
Deeply.
And this man.
No, you're thinking of a different one. Then that was the second one I saw.
Oh, okay.
So first and foremost, it happened with Dumb Money when I found out the man directed the commercial, the Super Bowl commercial with Beyonce. And what I saw before I even saw the Beyonce, the Destiny's Child aspect, the man who directed this movie, also Mick G, which Moz was like, you don't know Mick G? I was like, I'm completely unfamiliar with Mick G.
Was an icon.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Mick G also directed the music video for All Star by Smash Mouth. And I was like, oh my God. Like, Mick G, I'm so sorry I have disrespected your legacy and, like, your importance of pop culture that I didn't know who you are. Because, like, in my mind, I'm like, Mick G, that sounds like Machine Gun Kelly. Whoa, disrespectful. Mick G, like, your finger on the pulse of things that I care about.
Yeah, Mick G, this was his first feature film that he ever directed. All he did before this were music videos.
Bring back directors who did music videos before.
Yeah.
I love a slutty movie.
I do too. And this movie was so slutty.
Yes.
That from the get-go, because, I mean, Drew Barrymore produced, like, this was her love child. This movie was her love child. She got everybody together. This was under her production company. She was very excited. In case you don't know, Charlie's Angels was a TV show from the 70s. I would watch it on TV Land. Obsessed with even that. Even the voice that's in it, in this film, is the original. The Charlie is the same Charlie. It's Charlie. So, like, I was stoked from the get-go of this film, even before I saw it. So, and why was her tongue out so much? But do what you want to do, Drew Barrymore.
She is having fun. I need her back in the movies because this is what happens when you, as an actor, also get to produce. And, like, when the level of you are that you're acting and producing, she got to handpick who she wanted in the cast. They got along so well. The chemistry's insane.
Not just handpicking, like, the trio, but she handpicked her husband. So,
wait,
Tom Green is in this film. Tom Green. She was a fan of his TV show that was on MTV in the 90s. She picked him to be her love interest in this film, even though he's her secondary love interest. Picked him to be in this film and then started dating him after that. Like, she knew what she was doing.
Oh my God, I didn't even recognize him.
That's how I always remember him. If I saw him today, I think he looks the same, just has gray hair. But this is the Tom Green that I remember.
Wow. You know, this is why we need women in positions of power. Like, you get slutty movies and you can get a wife. Like,
yeah, they got married after they started. Well, she was like, hey, want to come be in my movie? She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, I want to be in my movie with my tits and ass. Like, I love it. I love it. It is a little bit dated, and it did make me feel incredibly young because at the start when he's showing showing the flight attendant something, I was like, what is that? And Mons is like, that's what plane tickets used to look like.
I mean, you can still print them out to look like that.
But I was like, why is there a folder? Like, I was like, what is this? And he was like, this is what plane tickets used to look like.
But the thing is, if you print them out, there's still a little folder. You can get them to do that.
Okay.
Depends on the airline. But where was I? It was the last time I flew first class they did it. I haven't flown first class. And it was because I flew first class. My feet dangled. And I said, I'm not going to do this on my flight back home anymore.
Well, you can flash your little pamphlet like LL Cool J did. My close personal friend Todd. The casting of this movie is truly fucking insane because it's one of those things that if they made this now, I would be like, oh, here's an indicator of someone who's going to be a huge important character in this movie because they're very famous. Mm-hmm. No, everyone in this movie is deeply famous.
Yes.
And they're there for 2 seconds.
Yes. Charlie's Angels follows the elite private investigators from a millionaire. I was like, today it's got to be a billionaire.
That's what I said to Mom.
Yeah. Was it did they explain it in the newer one? I don't remember.
I don't know. And I will say, I am now realizing that like one of my absolute favorite animated TV shows is clearly just like a spinoff of this called Totally Spies.
Mm.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The 3 girls?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. But
they have like, it's like the same premise. So I don't know if they said that in the new one or if I'm just used to this premise because of Totally Spies and now Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, so Natalie, Dylan, and Alex, I will be referring to them by their real names because...
Great names, great character names, but I'm sorry, these women are so famous, I cannot associate them with other names.
Who work for the mysterious Charlie Townsend, heard only as a voice, coordinate missions through their boss, Bosley. I'll refer to Bosley as Bosley. Just, I know that his actor portrayer is very famous, but Bosley is a character that is throughout in the same way that Charlie is a character throughout all of Charlie's Angels, Bosley is also a character throughout all Charlie's Angels, no matter the iteration. So I think it's important to say those names.
Perfect. And I will be calling him Bigsby because that's what I called him the entire time Moss and I were watching the movie, which I do think is another mispronunciation of a character from The Kingsman. I don't think anyone is named Bigsby. I think that's Bigsley, but I have been calling him Bigsby.
Okay.
So,
all right.
It's fine. I'm close enough.
Yeah. They're hired to rescue Eric Knox, who is a tech genius, which the thing that they are doing in this, they didn't stop for the actual world that we live in because it's very prevalent now of people disguising voices. And I said, ooh, this is scary. A tech genius who's been kidnapped just as his voice recognition software is about to launch. The Angels track leads through a string of disguises, break-ins, and stunt-heavy fights, uncovering a bigger scheme tied to corporate sabotage and stolen tech.
And they set us up from the beginning because I rub my eyes, I squint, and I go, is that? And Mats goes, that is LL Cool J.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody wants to know, if I had to give a ranking of the nicest celebrities I've ever met, he actually might be number 1. I've
never heard anything bad about him.
Oh my God. First of all, he goes by Todd. My close personal friend Todd is the kindest, I don't think I've ever met anyone nicer, like, ever, celebrity or not. Like, adopt me. Like, he is just so lovely. And thank God, because he's got such a gorgeous face. Boy, oh boy, would that be disappointing. The way that we just immediately jump into, we're getting outfits.
We're getting fits.
We're telling a story.
Yes.
We are telling...
This is how you open a movie.
Yes. And a red plane.
Yes. This is a quintessential way of just like getting us straight into the story. But we're also doing this in such a splashy way that sets up everything that we need to know about this film.
Yes, and it's stylized. Like, this is what, campy needs to be stylized. And, like, that's the reason why this has withstood the test of time and, like, why it is still so fucking good. Because it's campy. Because, we're 40 seconds in and you're already jumping out of a plane.
Yeah.
With no parachute.
Even before that, we're tracking in a shot. And the first thing that we really hear is a flight attendant saying something along the lines of, no, the seats aren't getting smaller. Your ass is getting bigger. The bitchy flight attendant. Same flight attendant that comes around and has another line.
Yep.
So we're in a one shot in the plane. After the flight attendant says that, then we see a couple walk into the bathroom about to fuck. We loop around, which I miss when planes had that big, long ass middle row.
Yep.
We loop around. And then we're behind a black man in a dashiki. And he's going to first class. That bitchy flight attendant stops him and says, excuse me.
Hello, poor.
Right.
Go back there.
Right. racist much.
And that's when he flashes the pamphlet.
Shows his pamphlet and then goes to his seat where he's sitting next to a squirmy little man.
Yep.
And the man puts diamonds in the hand.
Oh, sure. Cubic zirconium, glass. Yeah. We're supposed to believe these are diamonds.
Yeah. The man, then we reveal that this is LL Cool J.
Yep.
James Todd.
Fine as ever.
Todd James. Okay.
I think.
Todd James, who is like, where's the bomb? The man opens his shirt. Bomb is on his chest.
James Todd.
Okay. And then James Todd is like, we're all going out in this plane, not just me.
Yep.
So grabs the man. They open the door and just jump out. We don't know what happens on the plane. We have no idea what happens on this plane after that. The plane is irrelevant.
If I watched this when I was a child, I already have, like, we sat in an exit row on our flight on the way home. And, like, I know everyone wants to sit in an exit row. You have more leg room. I don't want to.
I don't need leg room. I'm 5 foot.
I need the leg room. I don't even want it. I don't like that. And I have, like, an irrational fear that, like, I'm just going to, like, you know, press a button and suddenly, like, that it's going to be so easy to open the goddamn fucking plane door. If I had seen this when I was a child, that would have fully solidified this irrational fear that I have, because that's, in my mind, that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, whoo. Nobody says anything. We have to assume the plane went down, but hey, that's none of our business.
Yeah. I think they landed fine, because you can land, I mean, a whole side of a plane fell off and they landed fine.
They were, in fact, over the ocean. I don't remember it because he landed in a boat.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have faith because Charlie never brought that up. So,
yeah.
Didn't seem like they had to rectify.
I don't think Charlie would have put everybody in danger like that.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So, jumps out the plane. Then we see a helicopter overhead. And then a lady also jumps out the plane, Lucy Liu, grabs the man with the bomb. And then LL Cool J flies off on his own. His dashiki turns into a parachute.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
They all land on the boat, get rid of the bomb. Bomb goes off. I don't even remember what they did with the little man.
Oh.
Did he blow up?
Not before they did the reveal.
Okay. And then LL pulls off his mask.
Pulls off his face.
Oh, the boat that we land on is Cameron Diaz that's driving the boat.
Yep, with her tiny titties. I love a tiny titty representation in a little triangle
That's
bikini.
why I was telling you, you could.
Yep, I just appreciate it.
Yeah. And then mask off, LL Cool J. Actually, Drew Barrymore.
That's Drew Barrymore. And there is nothing I love more than the gag of, we're using this real fucking actor and then we're going to use a cut with a prosthetic mask to, like, pull it off like this actor wasn't. I live for that shit in movies. I live for that shit. And I love, like, as soon as that happened, I said, this is a Flower Productions film. And Moss was like, I don't think she produced this. And I go, she produced that. She just took off an LL Cool J mask. She produced this movie.
Most definitely.
That is the dream. And my God, I'm going to say this 1,000 more fucking times, but holy shit, are they gorgeous. They are so hot. And, like, my biggest takeaway of this, because I will say that that's, like, you would think that, like, I don't know, that, like, older movies people talk about, like, I mean, even I say this, that, like, there are so many old movies, that I won't watch because I'm like, how many women are in them? Like, it's just, like, no, I don't even need it to pass the Bechdel test, but, like, I need a woman to exist there who's not just, like, a girlfriend. Like, I need something. Like, I love women in film. And we think of, like, things as being like, oh, you could never make this today. This is, like, so reductive. This is so old school or whatever. But this was, like, this was for the girls. Like, this was so for the female gaze. And, like, gaze.
Even though their tits are out.
Yes.
They are, like, shaking ass. This is for the girls.
It's for the girls. And, like, the guys who are like, this, if you watch that and you think that this was made for men, you are the men in the fucking movie that they're pulling one over. Like, you are, like, the whole point is that they're in on all of this and that they are using how people expect them to be to, like, get to where they need to go and to do what they need to do. And they're just, like, being deeply underestimated. And, like, that's why they're so successful and why they're so good. And like, I love the new Charlie's Angels, but like, it doesn't have that like really like sexual factor, but like, it's so clearly more made for men to also enjoy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not made, I would not call it made for the girls in the same way.
No, it's not.
Which is so interesting.
They're not. In this movie, they are using their sexuality in a way that is both goofy,
yes,
but also to get it over on men. And I think that was an element that was missing from the new one.
Yeah, because they were like, just remove the sex. And I'm like, but you're not removing the male, the sex is not male centered in this.
Yes.
Like, the sex appeal is not that, but like, you're not, this movie is still, there's still male centered aspects of the new one with or without the sex appeal.
Yep.
So I loved it. I love the special effects. I love that, again, we have Alex Trebek is in this movie.
Yes.
Jeopardy gets a shout out in this movie.
Yes. We know that Cameron Diaz is a genius because she went on Jeopardy and won over $100,000.
Yeah.
The way that when we get their backstory is also how the like theme song for the original Charlie's Angels is. So I really like that. We get to see that there's 3 very different girls who grew up in very different ways, but they all are geniuses, hot geniuses. And that I appreciate. Even Lucy Liu was an astronaut.
Which I'm obsessed with. Like, I'm obsessed with the fact that we can make her backstory astronaut. Astronaut, by the way, can't be a backstory. That takes a really long time. Can't do anything else. No, not in this universe. Yes. That's how I like my movies to be.
Drew Barrymore went to police academy, didn't like that she was being yelled at, and punched her officer whoever, I'm not familiar with police terms, but whoever the lead officer, training officer maybe, I don't know, punched him in the
corporal
face and left.
And like, I love it. And the fact that we see them, they're also at some point, I don't know if they're in boot camp or at war, they're in camo in a jungle all together wearing hard hats. And like, that I love. Like, I just love like the silly goofiness of this. And like, this is like the prime era for montages in movies. And like, I love a movie montage when a movie montage is giving me like a backstory. It's not like, oh, time is passing, skip ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead. It's like, give me an early movie montage. I'm here. Show us how we ended up here. But it does lead me to, I think we have a wide open space for a Charlie's Angels prequel to find out how they all come together. I would love to know that, like how Charlie finds them. I'm assuming you got a call, like Charlie's like tapped the Pentagon and like someone tried to hack something and then he's like, put her on the list for me.
I mean, isn't that what happens in the new one though? That's how we get their original. Like, we learn how they're getting in, right?
It doesn't start that way, though.
Aren't they recruiting or something? And we see them as children I don't know.
Maybe, but I should watch it again too. But it's not that's not like the whole movie. It would be a flashback if it was.
Okay.
Also, and maybe this has to do with the fact that our biggest movie star right now is The Rock and he's bald. We need more hair slow-mo.
Yeah.
We need way more hair slow-mo.
Yeah.
We can't let The Rock and his bald head control all of the movies. Like, there are movies for balds, and then there are movies for people with hair. And with those movies, I need more hair in slow-mo.
So, after we get their backstories, then we're on another boat, but not the boat that we were on, not the speedboat. We're on just a regular ass boat.
Yep.
Where Tom Green is in the kitchen making food. And I guess him and Drew Barrymore just fucked. I don't know why.
No, because she wanted to marry that man. That's why.
That is it. Yep.
That's why. Yep. We don't know how she met this man at sea.
No.
We know nothing about him.
Yeah. So he has a houseboat. She wakes up in his bed. He obviously wasn't that interested in him.
No. Apparently not. But
yeah, she was like, this was just a fuck. Bye.
By Chad, right?
Yeah. Chad, yeah. Because he was like, was it the Chad? Yeah, it was the Chad.
It was the Chad.
And then we've got Cameron in Venice at her house.
This is such an LA movie. I was addicted to being like, God, I miss when things were shot here. Because I'm like, I know where this is. I know where this is. I know where this is.
She was actually, how we're actually introduced to her is that she's dreaming that she's at that club in Hollywood that a lot of movies, whenever they needed a dance scene, they would film at this club. Yep. So she's dreaming about dancing. So I guess that's her lifelong dream, is to be a professional dancer.
And as a lanky girl with no titties, I understand the dream, and I understand the thing standing in the way between you and that dream.
Yeah. So she's dreaming. Then she gets up and dances in her boy cut drawers to answer the door where there's a package, and she answers the door in her drawers. And the man, who he was very hot, actually.
No, nobody in this movie is ugly. That is like a prerequisite. No uggos in our film.
And she was like, I signed the thing for you to just like leave the package.
Slide it in my hole.
Yeah. Yep. And she doesn't get it. And that's the thing about her character. She's so innocent. She doesn't get anything. She's a virgin. She says it later. And she gives very virgin energy.
She does give virgin energy. I didn't catch that. But yeah, that she gives that.
Yeah. And so he puts the package down. She goes back in, gets the call to leave. And then Lucy Liu was in a little trailer with Matt LeBlanc.
Joey Tribbiani. Joey doesn't share food, Joey. Is it?
And he looked good.
Oh. I literally told him, I was like, what season do you think this is? And he goes, 4. And I was like, nah, that is a Joey season. He is, I mean, he's a gorgeous man. He's a gorgeous man. They look good together.
They do.
I was like, I hope you guys had some fun on the side if that was something you're both interested in. I'm just saying. I was addicted to the fact that, like, the jokes within the jokes of this, that, like, he lives in a trailer for his trailer of the movie, which, like, that's also not what movie trailers look like. And, like, you don't live there. And, like, it's just, like, the campiness is so funny. And, like, how he's on the lot, like, on set.
On set. They're running lines together while she's cooking horrible muffins.
Yes, she can't cook. She's hot. She's hot.
She's an astronaut. She doesn't have to worry about that.
No, she's fighting crime. She doesn't need to be good at that.
But she wants to be.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She also wants to settle down with him. She like wants to be able to tell him the truth because she has to live a double life. And I do think I was reminded the entire time of this movie that, oh my God, Leo got to make out with her.
Yeah.
And I was like,
a lot.
Like a lot.
A lot.
I didn't watch it because I don't want to watch
I watched that show.
I would love, I'll watch Lucy Liu, just not him. That's just that's a little gross for me. But I was like, damn. And boy, oh boy, she's just gorgeous.
She's also brilliant. I don't know if you've ever seen her paintings. She's an artist.
Wow.
Look at her paintings. They're beautiful. Look them up. Everybody look them up.
I love her.
Yeah. So she's called away to Charlie, and he knows that Charlie exists. He also thinks that she's a bikini waxer.
Mm-hmm.
But
because the theme in this movie is men are stupid.
But I think he knew she's not like. I think there was a part of him that knew, because he like later on he readily accepts everything. He's like, Charlie, this is a Charlie thing. He knew something was off, but he didn't know what it was. He just loves her so much.
Yeah, and he knows that she's like cool and smart and fun, and
she explains it's something about a bomb that was in the script, and she easily like explained how it actually works, and he's like, wow, you're really smart for being a bikini waxer.
Yeah, and he's like, wow, you learned a lot bikini wax, and she was like, oh, it's the internet. I was like, honestly, relatable.
Right.
It is just so campy. We then get introduced to Bosley. Is this when we get the... Yes, we get Bosley, but we get Bosley, and Bosley appears with the gadgets, right?
Yeah, but they're at Bosley's house. She brings muffins over. They're throwing the muffins at each other.
In their titties.
One of them hits the door and just is embedded in the door.
I laughed out loud so much. Like it's nonstop laughs. I wouldn't say it's fun for the whole family.
No,
it's fun for a certain age of the family.
Take the girls. You can take your girls.
Oh, take the girls of all ages. Girls of all ages can go. It's fine. Boys don't need boys. No, this is not for the boys.
They're on assignment for Knox Technology, ran by, I'm again calling people by their name, ran by Sam Rockwell. Their newest client, Vivian Wood, played by Kelly Lynch. And immediately Drew goes, she did it. And then Vivian walks in. It's like, no, I didn't. I love that immediately we know something went down. So they've got Tim Curry who's the head of communication satellite at Red Star. They think that he's the one that is in charge. Well, that's how it's presented, is that he's the one that everything happened. Like he's the one to blame that this person got kidnapped. So then we're at the massage place and Lucy Liu is giving him a massage and renders him unconscious.
We get a little moment for the people with foot fetishes.
Yeah. There are toes. Toes are being
squished.
Used. She steals his key for his locker at the spa. The other girls, all of them go. They all go.
They all always go with each other, which I love that because it's very much giving like, oh my God, you're going to the bathroom? I'll go too.
Yeah.
And like it's that part where it's like they're all there for moral support and they're all still being like, well, I want a fun outfit. And I'm like, that's so me. Like, that's so me.
So they go get his Palm Pilot.
Love.
Forgot about that. They put a tracker in it. She goes back to the room where she's like still rubbing his back as he comes to. And he's like, whoa, you're so good at that. And he says something about, I would love to have you on my staff. And she says something. Do you remember the exact line?
I don't want to be anywhere near your staff.
And he got a chuckle out of it.
Yes. So funny. Her delivery. She's great at physical comedy, too. I did not realize.
Yeah. So good. Then they go to a drive-in to get food.
Yeah, that's a Winchell's.
Yeah, but it was made up to be a burger place.
Yeah, and I said, that's Winchell's. I've been to that Winchell's.
The intercom is messed up at this place. They take it down and fix it
with gum. I'm obsessed with. As a child, I thought I could fix anything with bobby pins and a piece of gum. Like I love women in STEM, engineering, ingenuity.
Yeah, and they all have really hot cars too. Great cars.
Yes,
and also like Joey didn't, or Matt LeBlanc wasn't like, you drive this vintage. I think she had a vintage Mercedes convertible. And didn't have any questions about that.
They all look like cars that were like too good to have been on Pimp to My Ride. Like they're not. They're like custom in a way that it's like what West Coast Customs. Like this is giving like these are not out of the factory modifications.
No, not at all.
We've got red stripes on your car. Gorgeous.
That's when we're first hearing Independent Woman Part 1 by Destiny's Child 2. What really was the point of that scene?
The point was we got a couple ass shots, like leaning across the car to get the food. Of course they didn't pay because women don't need to pay for anything because we're hot. And that's also where we see the first like gadgets in the car too. As a big gadget girl, I love gadgets, like spy gadgets. If I was a billionaire, which I would never be, but if I was, like, I would spend it on, like,
if you were at the millionaire mark right before the billionaire.
I would be like, time for me to spend my money on spy gadgets. Like, it can be things that, like, genuinely aren't even, like, helpful, but, like, just, like, things that look like other things that do other things. Like, I live for that shit. And I think they did such a good job of that in this, because, like, it's always, like, the lipstick, like, the bomb, all of those kinds of things. But this one, like, I thought was, like, the aspect of the comedy of, like, when we get to the point of them doing, like, the voice recorder in the tooth like fake tooth. Like, it's funny. Like, they're using them for humor, but they're also like effective. But most importantly, like, they can actually physically kick ass, which is what they rely on, not just the gadgets.
Yep. So then next we're at this party that Tim Curry is throwing, and Bosley is there posing as a rich person too. And Drew and Lucy are on his arms, and Cameron is being a cater waiter.
I do think that is where they shot Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I was like, this looks familiar. Also, what they use for like the exterior of where he's getting a massage, that's the Huntington.
Yeah.
I was like, I love that this is like, by the way, if anyone watched this movie and like you're not from LA or you don't live in LA, you don't know LA, like you can get immersed in this without knowing it. You can film anything in LA. LA could be whatever you want it to be.
But they say they're in LA though.
Totally. But I just mean that like you're not limited to like a stage. Like you can do so much.
That's when they get the gadget for the tooth thingy.
Yep.
Which comes into play later, which is great.
Yes, and it has one of my favorite gags, which was Bimblebob, like keeping his mouth open as he's like trying to talk to someone to hear, and I was like, okay, that's funny. Like it's actually like very funny.
And then at this party, this is where Cameron meets Luke Wilson, who's also a cater waiter.
Oh,
and
not Owen. I wrote down the wrong one.
No, Owen's the blonde one.
Oh, so I said Owen Wilson, the better one. I meant Luke. Oops.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Luke is there. Him and Cameron are flirting a little bit together. And that's when she says that she's a virgin, but no, I'm not a virgin. She's like trying to talk around it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. And the other girls are like, cheering her on. He's cute. Like, go back and flirt. Toss your hair. Do something. But he's also very awkward, too. They're very cute together.
Really cute together. Also, I think we need to bring back the Cameron Diaz Bob.
Yeah.
I like it's like the Halle Berry one, the shaggy ones.
Yeah.
I love it.
Very cute. Very cute. She also says something where she said, they don't call me balls out Natalie for nothing. And I was like, what?
Yeah, girl. Get it.
That's how you flirt.
I loved it.
Then there's some sumo wrestling happening. Okay. And it's basically Bosley letting Tim Curry know that we're on the same level, so I can be part of your inner circle.
Yes.
Then that's what the car scene was. They get a message on the phone, and they think they're after this man called the Thin Man. That's what happened in that scene.
I was like, this is a rendition of the Slender Man, but he's just a very skinny man with like very skinny facial features, very skinny nose, very skinny chin. He's creepy looking.
Speaking of, so this is Crispin Glover. He did something very important for actors.
Oh.
Very important. Back to the Future 2, I believe. Yes, it was 2. And his character is in the first one. The second one, I believe they didn't ask him to come back for the movie, but they needed his presence there. So they put prosthetics on a background actor and had them there, and then used like clips from the other movie and had it in the movie as if he was there, but he wasn't, and he did not get paid for any of this. And so he sued production for using like his likeness.
Yeah.
And then he won $760,000. I can't do numbers. 760,000.
Huh.
And that was the 80s, so that was a good chunk of money. And then SAG's collective bargaining agreement was changed and now states that producers and actors are not allowed to use such methods to reproduce the likeness of other actors. And this is often invoked in cases for actors involving misuse of their likeness through digital creation or technology. So it's still being used today.
Yeah, he should be the one leading the forefront against the AI stuff.
Yeah. So then anyways, all the girls start chasing after him. They do a cheerleading basket toss, which I appreciated as a former cheerleader, to get over the gate to him, and then proceed to beat his ass. But he's also pretty good with his sword. He pulled out. I
loved that he just pulled out a sword.
Yeah, and was just slashing away. The thing is, this like they couldn't really get to him because he had the sword.
No, and he like doesn't speak the whole movie. All he does, he's acting with a cigarette. Like he's just smoking a cigarette.
And Drew's hair that he pulled out during this fight scene.
And then he keeps sniffing it like a fucking freak.
Yeah.
And they keep calling him what? Skinny guy?
Thin guy.
Thin guy. Thin guy.
Thin man. Thin man.
The thin man. And it was just, it's so funny because like he's very thin and pointy. And like, I loved that.
Yeah. Then they find Knox, who is tied up, and this thin man has led them to this room where Knox, Sam Rockwell, is tied to a chair.
Seemingly, they put rats to eat him.
Yeah. He had been, quote unquote, kidnapped.
Yeah.
But the girls rescued him. And then they find his software for voice identification and say that this could be the end of privacy. And this is where I was like, oh, brother.
Yeah.
If only people listened to them then. Then they go to the racetrack that Red Star is having, because at this point we're still believing that Tim Curry is the bad guy that set up all this for the kidnapping. The Angels pretend to be part of the pit crew. They split up this time. Cameron distracts Tim Curry. Drew Barrymore sticks her tongue out for the millionth time. And then Drew also distracts Tim Curry's driver in his Bentley and licks the steering wheel. Another tongue shot.
Disgusting.
So nasty. All the hands that touch
That's
the steering
what I'm like, you
wheel.
don't know. Like, men are notoriously gross about, like, they will, like, pull their dick out to pee and, like, not wash their hands.
I got into a fight with somebody in college about it. He was like, it's just skin. I'm like, it's skin that's been sitting inside of boxers that are sweating next to your sweaty balls. And that's also, how bacteria forms.
Next to, like, it's warm in there, and also, like, that's bodily fluids come out of this. And like you also like don't sit when you pee, so you get the fucking backsplash from the toilet that gets back on your fucking dick.
And then also, if you don't wash your hand, let's say your dick is the cleanest dick in the world, whatever. You don't wash your hands before you touch your dick. All those germs that you were carrying throughout the day are now on your dick.
Yeah, now you've got an infected scrotum.
Mm-hmm.
It disgusts me. I don't even like to sleep with like any holes out. I don't even like my ears out. Like,
I'm okay with that.
No, I have to cover. Like, I just think people should be more concerned about their holes.
I mean, I sleep completely naked, so I'm okay with like being out, but I am completely under the covers, including my head.
That's fine. Okay. Your holes are covered.
Okay.
There's but this idea that's just like wide open point of entry and that you're like nothing bad can happen. I'm like, that's fucking, it's insane. It's cocky. It's stupid. Yeah.
And then while Cameron is licking the steering wheel, Lucy is breaking into the trunk to put a tracking device on. So then we know where Tim Curry is headed next. Even though they have his phone and calendar information. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Yeah.
We needed them in these outfits. Mm-hmm. And what I was saying, I forget which was the first outfit I saw. I was like, oh my God, I got to do this for Halloween one year. And Mons was like, not yet. And then we got to that outfit. He goes, this is an outfit I think you would enjoy. And I was like, I would enjoy that. That would be fun. They look like stupid good.
Yeah.
The blue eyeshadow, I love.
What was inspiring.
No, that's what yours is, without a doubt.
Then they spot Thin Man.
They say, I see that skinny beanpole rail there.
Oh, Cameron's also racing a car, one of these F1 cars.
Yes.
And then
no one says anything.
Yeah.
Take the car, girl. We trust you.
Uh-huh. They follow Thin Man out onto the track.
Suddenly,
they're just driving on the street.
We're at the Burbank Airport. Mm-hmm. And then we end up on the bridge in Long Beach.
Yes.
Very far.
It
doesn't mean anything to anyone else. I was like, where the fuck are they?
So
and I was like, that's
hot.
one in Long Beach. And I was like, oh, I don't drive on that bridge.
Everything over there in Long Beach is high. It's so high off the ground. The highway is so high off the ground.
I'm good.
I don't like driving over there.
I'll take my 2 feet planted on the fucking ground. Thank you very much. I'm sure it's lovely over there. I've been to the Restoration Hardware Outlet. I've been to the aquarium. I'm not going frequently.
Yeah.
You have a very scary bridge.
I see delicious food all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, that bridge and that highway scares me. So then they're on that highway. They're playing chicken on the bridge. And then Thin Man swerves out and goes into the water. Now we're with 2 men that are directors. Director 1 and Director 2.
Uh-huh.
Director 1 is at like a Bali-inspired place watching Cameron and Lucy dance.
Yep.
Well, Drew, I did have a problem with this part. She was in brown face. She didn't have to do it. The other girls were not.
She was?
It was...
Oh, the lighting?
I don't know if it was the lighting, but she looked brown.
Yeah, no, you would have, if she didn't, they would have fixed it with the lighting.
Yeah.
If the other girls didn't, then that was what it... Yikes.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. Let me look. Okay. I'll look at it later. Okay. I missed that.
There's a fingerprint on the bottle, and so they got that. And then they also go to Director 2.
You're right. The lighting on the coloring on RTV did not show this from what I'm seeing on my phone. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not. No.
Yeah.
No.
Then we go to Director 2, and okay, these are the directors of this next Red Star they're trying to break into. They go to Director 2 and are dressed up as like milk ladies.
Which is outfits. Now my other Halloween costume.
This was very iconic. This is one of the ones that is you often see the clip of this because it was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Bosley is playing a tuba. They're dancing, and they're like, the 2 guys outside are like, one of the guys is like, they're at the wrong house, and the guy that they're going after is like, hey, shut up.
Yep.
And so they're dancing and singing and shaking their titties. Meanwhile, Bosley has like a scanner inside the tuba and uses it to scan his eyes.
It's just like the hardest way possible to do it because it's like, but we get outfits. And I'm like, that's how I would be fighting crime as well.
Yes, it's so funny and cute.
It's so
like
cute.
Literally one of them could have just went on a fake date with him and got the same information.
They could have posed to be an air conditioning repair person. But no, where's the dresses in that? Where's the petticoats?
Yeah.
Where are the push-up bras? Not fun.
So then they're at the place where the engineers are. Lucy Liu is coming in as what is she? An efficiency expert. Yeah. She's coming in as an efficiency expert, dressed as a dominatrix.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 ladies, angels, are dressed as men,
which
as her little lackeys.
Waiting for that, and it's so. I love when you do like a realistic, like 1-for-1, like I'm not like I am turning into a man. Taylor Swift did it for her the man music video, and I'm like. You look like unrecognizable. Like you look like your brother. Like that's what, and they both looked so good. I was like, oh my God, like you fully escape into it. And Lucy Liu is also met by a very stressed out Melissa McCarthy.
Which this is her 2nd movie role ever.
No
this
way.
is before she was famous.
Wow.
This was when her cousin Jenny was more famous than her.
I forget that they're related.
Yes, they are cousins. I think one of her, if not her first acting role, was on Jenny's show. Or I don't even know if she was acting. I think she was playing herself. Yeah. That's right. So then she stole this scene too. She was so good.
Oh,
which
yeah.
Would be like, this is a future star.
You could tell.
So yeah. So she's following them around, and the men nerd engineers are so transformed by Lucy Liu. Meanwhile, Melissa's like, what the fuck? And then like calls her a bitch. And Lucy's like, I heard that.
I loved it.
Showing that, of course, the only actual smart people in this room are the women.
Yep.
So through all this, the angels are manipulating these nerds also in a very long scene that, again, just for cinematic effect, this is so good.
Well, it just keeps hammering home being like, boys are dumb. And like, it's so funny. And like, good job of these. I don't even know if any of these men were acting. Like,
yeah,
it was just real life.
Yeah, she was hitting the table with her dominatrix.
They were eating
flogger.
it up.
No, it wasn't a flogger. It was more of a. It wasn't a whip either.
Hey, I would have called it the flogging thing.
But whatever it is, her dominatrix tool. She also smashes when they make a smart thing, which is really just the angels getting information. She smashes them into her tit. So it's a win-win. They get into Red Star's mainframe that just looks like a big, giant white room of whatever Cameron was dressed in. She looked like a big sperm flipping through. Also, it was funny because they were like, your feet can't touch for more than a few seconds. And I was like, running would have been faster.
I said that to Mom. I said, she's got long-ass legs. Girl, you could skip it, be faster. But like, do 2 big leaps, you're there. No, we got to flip. Yeah. And by the way, whoever was flipping, whoever was doing her stunt double was too good at the flipping because she was flipping close. Hands were close to feet. And we were not getting the distance that we needed, which it was a very clean, very tight, professional handspring.
Yeah. And I was like, it was amazing. They found somebody that could tumble that well, that was tall and lanky like that. Then they've got Sam Rockwell free. Him and Drew are flirting. She's at his place by herself. She learns about his dad. They were in the army together. They're really, bonding. She tells him that her mom died when she was little and she never knew her dad. Then they make Kraft Shake and Bake, which from a Kraft household, a Kraft like cousin, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a Kraft, but I was part of the family.
What is Shake and Bake?
Shake and Bake was, think of air fried chicken before we were like air frying chicken. And it would be a coating to put on. You'd put the raw chicken in this, and you shake it in the coating that it was like little breadcrumbs-ish.
Do they provide the thing to shake it in?
Yes, a little bag would come in it.
Okay, I like that.
It would be like a little folded bag. Put it in there, then shake it up. And you put it in the oven, and then you get crispy chicken. To me, there was flavor depth that was missing. So
yeah, of course.
It wasn't my favorite, but I could understand, somebody that's not really flavorful.
Yes.
Having Southern cooking, that they would be all over this. Because it was, there was like an option where you could have crispy chicken that wasn't fried. Then we think that Lucy and Matt are on a date. And he's telling her that he loves her. Cameron is also on a date with Luke Wilson. And he's talking about tickets in their initial meet cute. He's talking about, I'm going to get tickets. She doesn't even know what the tickets are for. She's just like, yeah, I definitely want to go. Yeah, just happy to be there. They go, and it's Soul Train. Part of her dream, because she loves to dance. This man doesn't even know that. He just gets her. The fact that 2 goofy ass white people going to Soul Train as a concept, a whole that can't dance, is hilarious. They get in, and she's immediately asked to go on stage, and she is dancing, and they've got. And what's playing? Is this Sir Mix-a-Lot playing in the background?
I like big butt tonight.
She's dancing her heart out. And she is having a good time.
Felt so seen in the movie. I was like, that's me. That's me dancing. That's me shaking my butt. That's me knowing that, like, because she has rhythm, but like she doesn't have the assets to do the dancing that she really wants to do deep down in her heart. And like, I know what that's like. Like,
but I also think like in real life, she probably does. It's just in this movie, because she has, like you were saying, she has the rhythm, but she's also playing up the comedy in this movie.
Yes, she's so funny in this. And, like, the fact that, like, she's just loving it so much, everyone's finally like, fuck it, okay.
Yeah, like, IRL, Cameron Diaz grew up in Long Beach. Like,
yeah, no, it's like, but the humor of it in the movie is that, like, she shows up to Soul Train and she's dancing like the whitest girl you've ever seen.
Yes.
And, like, everybody's giving her this look like, wow. And then even with the look of judgment, she goes, I'm still dancing like I'm dancing. I'm still the white girl. And they said, okay, go off, white girl.
Yeah. And so then they it's the confidence. And they're like, okay. There's still some people in the crowd that are like, what the fuck ever. But everybody else is like, yeah.
But they're just trying to dodge the flying limbs.
Yeah. And Luke Wilson's over talking to the security guards, like hyping her up. They're really not, they're on a date, but like not really.
No, he's just watching. And I was like, wow, this is my dream date. Like, I'm on a stage, I'm dancing and I'm performing. And like, you're just talking about how great I am to some other people. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a match made in fucking heaven.
Yes. So she's doing that. She's getting hyped up. She goes to the bathroom. A man appears and puts a chain around her neck to kill her.
Tough shit. And can't kill her. Because you know why? She has high heels on.
And long-ass legs that are just crushing his windpipe.
The way that it went from there's a chain around her neck to, like, we've bent and twisted, and now there is a heel at your neck. I'm like, okay, Gumby and Pokey. Like, just right there, right on his ass. And he admits through choked breath, which I was like, Cameron, you got to let go a little bit because you're trying to ask him a question. He can't, you're crushing his trachea. He can't speak. And he finally spits it out that Wood was who sent him.
Yup, Vivian. And then Matt is on his film set, tells Love, we think it's Lucy, and then she's getting shot at, but then we realize he's on the film set.
Yep.
So it's not actually Lucy.
They drop her and I go, oh, it's a dummy person. And then we cut to like a real person sitting up and I said, that was a really aggressive toss. Yes. I really thought that was a As soon as you shot the back, like I knew it wasn't Lucy Liu, but I was like, as soon as they shot the back, I said, oh, it's not even a real person. Because like that wasn't a real human. And then we just cut. It didn't really seem like there was a lot of breaks there. And then suddenly it's just a real person. And I said, Matt LeBlanc, you really manhandled that extra.
Yes, like threw, dropped, didn't even care.
No, you threw. Melvin did that to me one time. He just threw me off. And I was like, I'm sorry. Ouch. He goes, sorry, you moved a little quicker. You're a little lighter than I thought you were going to be.
Oh, gosh. And then Lucy is in the trailer preparing a 20-course meal.
In the trailer, cooking her heart out, preparing to tell him the truth about who she is, because she really loves this man. She really wants to spend her life with him. Then as she's cooking, a bullet comes through the window, and it hits milk, I think, a carton, something. It hits something that wet.
And then she smartly, geniusly, jumps up. So then her body is in the arc.
She Patrick stars to keep herself on the top of the ceiling.
This trailer, yes.
As they shoot everything. And then unfortunately, it does shoot the cake. And as you would expect, the cake deflates.
Because the cake was the last thing that was left standing. And she's like, at least I got that.
No, you can't even look at a cake the wrong way. It's fully going to deflate.
The cake fell.
Cake fell.
It was probably nasty anyway, so.
All of it was probably disgusting.
Yeah.
She was also a little too focused on like telling him this that I was like, okay, girl, you can't cook. I need the thing that you are saying out loud is the measurements. I need you to be like 3/4 of a cup. Baking powder, not baking soda.
Literally a scientist. She should be able to cook.
She should.
Cooking is a science.
But she's hot.
Yeah.
And an astronaut. So you can't have it all.
Yeah.
I love the shot, though, when the trailer collapses. I was like, that is so fun. Like, it was just
so good.
In a puff of air.
Yeah, she goes outside. Matt's there making sure she's okay. She they exchanged words or something. She's like, she tells him, I'm not a waxer. And he was like, oh, I thought that was kind of hot. But she's like, I gotta go. And he's like, something to do with trial. And she said, yeah. I think that was to show like he knew something else was up, but just didn't know what it was.
I did have to ask Mott, and I said, is being a bikini waxer hot? And he said, no.
No.
I don't know why that was it line. He was like, that's not. That's like not. Because I was like, in my mind, there's some things that like guys think are hot that like, to me, I'm like, this is why you're like less than us. Like, you're just like disgusting. Like, you're gross. But like, he was like, no, this isn't even one that like, that's not supposed to, like, that's not hot.
Yeah, I think it was just him like being funny. But
yeah, that's
also
what he was
there
like, it's the
are
humor.
some men that think that because they will book with women to get, I don't know if you've seen these like videos on TikTok.
Yeah. But I'm thinking of like a guy who thinks that it's hot that another woman waxes. I don't know. Men are gross.
They are gross.
They're gross. There's no.
I think they think that something sexual is going on.
Yeah, I'm Joey and I'm disgusting.
Literally rubbing. You know, you gotta rub the wax on and stuff, and so they think, and I'm like, no, that shit is painful.
Yeah, and also like sometimes they have to deal with like people who don't wipe well, and they got a dookie back there. Like,
yeah,
you think he'll poop? Ugh.
And the fact that there was one waxer that was talking about on TikTok, talking about how, you know, telling people how to properly clean. And then I was reading the comments of how many women didn't know these things. And I was like, what? Oh, okay.
I can't imagine like spreading them and not knowing what that person's going to get. Like, I'm the only one who should know that. And if I'm going to bring somebody else into the folds and my folds, I should at least know what they're in for.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, at the same time, Bosley is making dinner for Vivian because he thinks that she's interested in him. He can actually cook. And I was impressed by his flipping skills in the saute
I was like,
pan.
Help a girl out.
Right. So he's making food for Vivian.
But now we have Drew Barrymore, her and Sam Rockwell. We've got a little bit of flirtation going on to the point where she stays over.
Mm-hmm.
We got a rustle and a tumble in the sheets.
Mm-hmm.
And who shows up first? Someone calls her?
So she goes out into the main, because she was in bed. She wraps the sheet around her. She goes out into the main area. And I think her and Sam are talking, and then Vivian turns her. There's a call. I think there's some call, but then
she finds out that it's Vivian.
Yeah, Vivian turns around in the chair. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun. And then very quickly, it becomes, she doesn't, my favorite thing, where she does the reveal. Take in mind, small, they're all in a room together. And the only way she could tell Sam Rockwell that Vivian's the bad guy is the Scrabble board in front of her, and she's supposed to have evil. But then she says, evil.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, because it's like, I can't speak, like, I have to be quiet. She can't know that I'm on to her, so let me spell it out. And then it's like, maybe he can't read, so like I need to say evil so he knows what it says. And he's like, and then very quickly we see what I knew from the beginning, because Sam Rockwell was not accepting just a regular part. Sam Rockwell, also the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. And also him and Vivian are together.
Yep. And my question, is this where we learned that Sam Rockwell can dance, or was Sam Rockwell dancing because Sam Rockwell can dance and we knew that?
I don't know, but I had
boy,
the same
boy,
thought.
can that boy dance? He dances in everything because he can dance.
Yes.
And I'm like, when did we discover this?
I don't know.
He's a great dancer.
He's a great dancer. Always popping into a split, that man.
He loves a split up. Split. Split. On a back. He loves that. It's like that middle school boy who can like backflip. He's like, what's this?
Yeah. Yep. They pull out a gun and shoot Drew, who flies out the window. And I remember this in the theater. Everyone gasped.
Really?
Yes. Everyone gasped at that part.
That house was for sale now. That's a really famous house.
Scares me. Would never.
Never. Don't even want to tour that shit.
No. Also, I walk around naked. I can't.
No, I already need more curtains. Like,
I keep my curtains closed.
I need more curtains. But like the idea that like, that's the point of it, is to be like, you can see everything. And I go, well, then they can see everything as well.
Yeah. Yeah. She flies out the window. Cameron and Lucy show up and ask where Drew is. then we get a quick rewind, which I love this part. Bloop. Rewind. We're back before the shot happens. Bang. Slow motion. She actually dodges the bullet and purposely, which a bullet wouldn't just crash a window like that. But
really bad architectural design.
Yeah. And also the whole thing would have shattered because it's all glass.
Yep.
So the window shatters. She falls out the back.
Yeah, she like flings herself back, which to me, I'm like,
make it look like
and also to make it actually break all the way through.
Yes, yeah.
There's no blood though, of course.
Yeah, it didn't actually happen. Falls back because she's that good of a spy. She can dodge a bullet.
Yep.
But make it look like she did get hit. Thin Man has also shown up at this point too.
Still has not said a single word. Has not spoken.
They don't realize that her blanket has caught on the shards of breakage that are there. She's hanging by a thread, lets herself down, rolls down. When we did see tits and ass for a brief second.
I was like, whose tits and ass are those?
Right.
Probably not hers. It's just like, whoop, got that nudity stunt double.
Mm-hmm.
It's good money.
She rolls down a hill while two little boys are arguing about how one of them claims they've seen some boobies before. And the other one's like, yeah, right, whatever. They're playing video games. Then Drew has tucked herself into a pool floaty.
Yep. And
to cover herself, but I think it's implied that you can still see her tits through the floaty.
Yep.
Because the boys are like, oh, there's some boobies.
And now they got a witness. We both saw those boobies.
Mm-hmm.
A lady fell from the sky, titties out, and we saw them.
Yeah. And then we went and got her some clothes.
Yep. So she's dressed like
scooter.
Billie Eilish.
Yes.
She's got her jorts on and a graphic tee, which I love that they put her in this. And also, like, she looks great in it. Like, it's like she looks really cute, but like, it is like, don't ask. Like, and they're like, ugh, foiled by sluttiness again. And I just loved that.
Yeah. She is, I guess they give her a little moped scooter.
Yeah, they said, thanks for showing us the tits. Do you want to use my scooter?
Yeah. So she takes that, meets the other girls in front of Bosley's house, and then they're going in to see him, and the house explodes.
This is where we get a little La La Land in destinations I have an issue with, because I'm like, we are moving from
the hills
to Beverly Hills. We are traveling very fast, and that is a children's scooter. I don't know that we would have gotten here at this point. Oh, also, if anyone doesn't know this, the house where they do their little like lederhosen outfit, that is Chilton, where Rory went to high school. In Gilmore Girls. I said, that's Greystone Manor.
And then so Bosley's house explodes, but then was it Drew that found out the information that they had actually took Bosley because they need him to lead them to Charlie?
Because he's convinced that Charlie is who murdered his father in the army.
Yeah. Then they don't have a way to contact Bosley, but know that he's somewhere. Then we get a little reception from a radio that has survived the explosion.
Movie magic.
And he's still got his little tooth implant in. So he's able to call out to the girls, and the radio, he puts his fingers behind his head like they're an antenna. Calls out to the girls. And for you youngins that don't know, antennas used to have two little sticks that poked out, and you plugged into the TV, and then it would move.
The TV?
Now they're like, yeah.
I thought it was for the radio.
I mean, radio ones have it too, but
I'm not feeling
what he was doing, the two fingers, that was a TV. They would call them bunny ears for the TV.
Okay.
Yeah, but if he was doing that, then that would have been the radio one.
My dad used to listen to NPR on like a very old radio, and he would like fiddle with that thing. And I was like, "Can we get Radio Disney? I want to enter
Radio
a contest."
Disney was so weird because Radio Disney it existed on another radio station only through certain hours of the day, but they made it on TV. They made it seem like it was its own standalone thing.
All the time.
Yeah,
it's tough. I called into Radio Disney so much.
I did too, and I got close to the contest too. Yeah,
I was the second one time, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Nice. And I just started entering regular contests, and I started winning.
Good job.
Thanks.
Bosley has no clue where he is, but luckily a bird has landed, and the bird starts singing. And Cameron is a bird expert and knows that this bird can only exist in a certain place. And she makes a little thing where she's talking back because she knows bird language, I guess.
She gets some follow-up questions to the bird.
Yes. And they make it. They know that they can only get to, where are they? Carmel?
This is the one place that I was like, where the fuck are you supposed to be? They
said it. It was Carmel.
No, for sure. But like, that doesn't, in my head, I was like, they have to be, I thought they said something else because I was like, there are birds that live in Carmel that also live in LA. It's not that far.
The bird itself that bird was not the actual noise that actual bird makes. And also, I saw that in like fun facts. And also, that bird exists in a wide variety of places. Yes, but like we're in this world.
Yeah, no. But I was like, you could have at least like maybe tried to be like a little bit farther. Like I don't know, Cayucas, like Catalina. Like Catalina's got random animals that are stuck there. What is it? The bison?
That's out there.
Yeah.
So they're like, we can only get to this by boat, but they can arrive by boat, like their speedboat that they have.
Yeah. See, should have Catalina.
Yeah. So then Drew's like, I got an idea. They go back to Tom Green on his boat, and he boats them to where boats them to where they need to go. I think he's one of those people that just lives on a boat that's docked.
No, but does he have a job? Like, who knows?
Who knows?
If he never leaves the boat, how did they meet?
Yeah. True. Maybe it was one of the times they were in the speedboat and she just passed by him on the houseboat.
She said, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Dick on the water.
I need some dick.
Yeah.
So he's going on about him as Chad, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't notice that they're putting on their scuba gear. And then he turns around and he asks her again, was it Chad? And this time she's like, no, it wasn't. Like, she's smitten.
Yep.
They then swim over to where Bosley is being held. And this time they do split up. Cameron is going for Bosley. Lucy is going to do something with GPS signals to make sure that the scrambling doesn't happen. And Drew is going to face Knox head on. You know, it's effective.
It works.
Yeah. As Cameron's trying to rescue Bosley, Thin Man show. They gave this man no other name.
No, and he doesn't speak.
No.
Like, I love that.
He shows up. He's beaten up. They get in a fight. Meanwhile, Drew gets tied to a chair and gagged, so then Knox can make the call to Charlie to intercept his voice recognition to find out where he is. While Lucy is trying to scramble the code, so it doesn't go through. Lucy's not successful. Knox gets everything that he needs. So then he leaves and leaves Drew to be beat up by his henchmen. But then Drew does the most. Now that I talked about on Monday how I've been watching a lot of 90s NBA. And Larry Bird would do a thing where he would point and tell, like before a play, would tell the other team exactly what he was about to do to them.
I love that.
And then do it. And this is what Drew is doing in this scene, is she tells all the henchmen how she's going to get free. She's got her trusty lighter back, thinking that she's going to use that. And then when it doesn't work, so badass, she slips her lighter into the sleeve of her jacket and said, I guess I'm going to have to do it with my hands tied. And beats the shit out of all of them.
Epic.
So badass. And she told him that I'm going to moonwalk when I leave. Which she didn't moonwalk, but
she was constrained.
She was.
I also don't know that she knows how to moonwalk.
But I think she could have just slid her feet back.
Yeah. That was a little. Hey, maybe she doesn't know the difference.
She's a person that grew up going to studio.
The character. The character, not Drew Barrymore. Oh my God. No.
As a child, she was out in the clubs.
Hey, to be fair, I hope she blocked a lot of that stuff out.
True. Vivian has showed up because they tried to also take out Lucy Liu, and Vivian showed up as takes a woman to handle this. So she's trying to go after Lucy. While they're fighting, they hack the bell at the top of the building, and it almost lands on Drew and Thin Man, but then they all end up together. So it's 2-on-2 fighting. Eventually, Drew joins them. She immediately takes both of the other people out. And Bosley also shows up in a Bronco and drives up and gets them. Then they drive away. They're tracking where Bosley is. They're tracking where Charlie is. But they're also following. I don't know how this is the slowest helicopter that ever exists, or the fastest Bronco. I don't know which one it is. Fastest Bronco or slowest helicopter. They catch up. They're following him to get to Charlie. They propel themselves up onto this helicopter. Drew is inside, beating up Knox, Sam Rockwell, while the other two are setting a bomb. No, they're reprogramming the missile that is headed to Charlie.
Yep.
So they are, while Drew's trying to get her Knox, because she actually liked this Knox, N-O-C-K-S, but Knox. She's trying to get, because she's mad, because she actually liked the dude. She thought that was going to be her man. So she's beating the shit out of him. And he thinks he's actually getting away with all this because he's shot the missile off. And the other angels are trying to get her to get out because they've reprogrammed this missile. So they got to get off this thing because
they did something fantastic. They reprogrammed a missile to a moving target.
Yes. Yes, a tracking. But they have these tracking devices. They said, makes sense.
We'll use this against you.
Mm-hmm. The missile boomerangs and heads right back to the helicopter because of their reprogramming skills and tracking skills. They jump off just as it explodes. Which I was like, if it exploded, the shrapnel also would have hit y'all, but...
Well, so we can't get into that because the amount of times that these women have been so close to bombs that I go, shrapnel, your ears, your head, everything else. They're indestructible. When they blow up Bigsby Bosley's house or whatever, and I go, you're just watching with the fire reflection in your eyes? No.
Also, no one else showed up. The police department wasn't called, by any of the neighbors. It's very close.
The police doesn't exist in this movie.
The way that, you're right, the way that only that house on the block blew up, I said, incredible.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And it wasn't an implosion either, because you can do an implosion where that's a single house. This was an explosion.
And there are trees of mine that are singed. No one's house on my street burned. Embers floated through the air, and leaves and aspects of our trees burned.
Mm-hmm. But no neighbors came out.
Nope.
Nothing. Street empty.
Los Angeles? Nope, not a single other car. Never any traffic. They're moving so fast. That Long Beach Bridge, deserted.
Empty.
Deserted. Which is how it should be. It's very scary.
Yeah. Then they're excited. They're really pumped because they're finally going to get to meet Charlie. They go into the Charlie's cabana home. There are pictures there. It's one of his a millionaire. It's one of his many homes.
I thought it was gonna be like an Oasis one where you open it and it's way bigger inside.
Mm-hmm. Their pictures are on the table. He's very fond of them. They look around.
A cigar still burning.
There's a cigar burning, so he just left.
Oh, they
just left.
Damn, you just missed him.
Yeah. They all sit down on the couch and are cuddled up, exhausted. Have they slept? How many days has it been? Oh, they did sleep because Drew slept with Sam Rockwell.
I was about to say, and none of them sliced their finger open with a peeler trying to eat a kiwi? Damn. That's what takes me out.
So then, mission completed. Charlie calls them and, good morning, angels. Good morning, Charlie. They're having a conversation. He thanks them. Said he had to get out of there. And the day is saved. The voice, whatever, is put back where it belongs, in capable hands. Actually, I don't even know if it's in capable hands now because Red Star, Tim Curry's dead. So who's running Red Star now?
Who's doing that big white empty room? Melissa McCarthy's running it.
Yes, that's great. Yes,
okay, I trust her.
Actually, there is a sequel.
Oh yeah, Moss was telling me that.
There is a sequel. I forgot what happens, but I'm pretty sure Melissa McCarthy is in that one too.
Oh, I would love that.
So yeah, then they're just all relaxing on the beach and Charlie's talking to them on the phone, and
I loved it. Like I said, I want a prequel. I want like how they get the job, how they're recruited, but I also could do like an angel like boot camp like movie where it's like who's going to make it, who's not, like how you get through it. And then also like are there Charlie? That's what happens in the new one. There's Charlies like across the world. I need help with my final casting for my reboot, though. I have 2.
I was about to ask, who would be, if you're doing the younger versions, who would play the younger versions?
Oh, I don't have that. I have fully new people.
Oh.
These are just girls who I want to see in like fun, hot.
Like the next iteration.
But
so this isn't your prequel.
No, it's not my prequel to the existing movie. I don't need it to be like the same characters. I just would like to see, because there's been different iterations of Charlie always has these angels. I just would like to see one of the movies start when they're like recruiting or training or something.
See, and I thought that's what was happening in the new one.
Well, the opening sequence is Kristen Stewart like as an angel on the...
Okay. I don't remember.
I thought the
other girls...
You might be right.
I thought the other angels... I truly don't. I just thought that one of them was working somewhere and they recruited her.
That doesn't sound far off to me. That could be right. But I have Coco Jones.
Okay.
And Florence Pugh, but I need another.
Okay.
Because Florence Pugh to me is very funny? Much... Yes. And I think she could very much do the Drew Barrymore vibe.
Okay.
Of it. And not that she would be Drew Barrymore, but I think she could do the... And also, like, Kristen Stewart had that same kind of vibe. But I need one more. And I don't know. Oh, I guess it could be the girl from Bottoms. Not the one you're thinking of. The other one. No. Not any of the ones you're thinking of. I know.
The blonde one?
No.
The Asian one?
Yeah, the one who's in the new... She's in a new movie. She was actually funny.
Is she not in the new Charlie's Angels?
Did you actually watch it?
Yes. Didn't we go together? I saw it in theaters. Maybe I saw it with Catherine, but I saw it in the theater.
Oh my God, what is her name? It's like, I just typed in Javiana. I think it's like, it sounds like that, but now I'm just on the flip-flops. She's in a new movie called The Tuner, so I can look that up.
I don't know her name, so I can't help you.
Her name is Havana.
Okay.
She is not. She's not in that. But she's fun, and I've seen her do like some other aspects, and she seems to be kind of funny, but like if she's not funny enough, who else is funny? Me. I'm the third one.
Yeah.
Funny.
Why aren't you casting yourself?
Because
if you do yourself, you can't have Florence though.
No, I know.
You gotta have somebody else.
I know. Damn. I don't know. People, let me know who you think the final one will be. I'm looking at like people who are saying like young funny actresses, and like we have different definitions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not liking the list that I'm seeing.
Me neither.
I also put 20s and 30s, and they're definitely showing me people in their 40s and 50s.
That's what I did too, and it's the same. I'm dealing with the same issue.
Well, we're using the same Google, so.
Yep. They're like, you know who's really funny? That girl from 13 Reasons Why. And I'm like, what?
It's like Maya Rudolph. That woman, yeah, great, but she's in her 50s.
For sure. Do Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph. Love that.
Yeah,
Wrong
love
time.
It. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think I've got 2 solid ones there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mindy Kaling, I can't. It's Florence Pugh, Coco Jones, and Mindy Kaling. That could be humor in itself. It'd be like, I'm trying to retire. Charlie won't let me retire.
She can be Bosley at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, I got one.
Who?
Hold on. I don't know her name.
Don't say one that's going to piss me off.
I don't think I will. I actually don't know how to pronounce her name. But she was in Mindy's show, Never Have I Ever, that played Debbie. You didn't watch it, but she's very funny.
The main girl.
Yes, she's very funny.
Okay, I buy it.
I think she can do it.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Actually, her whole friend group actually in that show could just do it.
And
I'd be happy with that.
I know. I did think Renee Rapp for a second too. I'm on one where one of the people suggesting is
no,
Miss
Never
Pat.
Have I Ever, not College Girl, the Secret Life of Sex Lives of College Girls.
I'm sorry.
2 separate shows.
Both Mindy shows.
Yes.
Okay, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and both shows I didn't watch.
Both shows brilliant, and you should watch.
Both shows that you like, I haven't watched.
Yeah.
Another suggestion on Cosmopolitan of funny actresses in their 20s is Miss Pat.
Again, hilarious.
I
think Miss Pat's
Sykes?
children's hilarious. Wanda's in her 60s.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It says 35 hilarious comedians. I think it pulled the 30 from that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was like, Wanda Sykes. I love first comedy special I've ever seen. Like, I loved as a child. Wanda Sykes was I still love Wanda Sykes. So like that was like my introduction to comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Not in her 30s.
No,
she's too successful to be in her 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. Good casting. Great choice. And if Florence Pugh's not available, I'll take the job.
Thanks for doing
I'll
everybody
do everybody a favor. I'll do you a solid.
All right. What would you rate this?
Like infinity racks of titties. Like an unfathomable amount of oiled up breasts. Like so many.
And I was also gonna go for the titties. I was gonna say 2,000,002
Gazungas.
Muffins to the titties.
Yes. I love this. Like and I also I love in the bloopers at the end. I love when we include those where you don't just have to get them out. Like you don't have to seek them out. And I love when women have fun making movies and you can tell, and that's why the chemistry is so good. And I just love it.
It's so good. And then also we got a little music video for all the small things at the end.
I was like, this song was out when this movie came out? I thought that came out later.
Mm-mm.
All the small things.
True fear. And then we get the full Independent Women Part 1 at the end, which also became Destiny's Child's new intro for whenever they reunite. That is how they introduce themselves.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
that's so funny. It's a great soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. And there's also so many songs that are in this movie that are also not part of the soundtrack too. The official soundtrack. Let's start releasing real soundtracks again that have the official songs and making a song for the movie.
Yep. Like Barbie.
Yeah. Do it. Bring them back.
Bring it back. Mark Ronson. Pharrell.
Yeah.
Who did Jay-Z was the one who did the Book of whatever. That fantastic soundtrack. Yeah.
He also did the one for the Gatsby reboot too.
People loved that soundtrack. Yeah. I never watched it, but
they hate the movie, but they
love
the soundtrack.
I know that bitches love that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Jay-Z? Come on.
Sean, get on it. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Next week, I have a proposal.
Okay. Is it indecent?
Okay. Okay, so next week.
You're going to have to see if my titty's in that. Actually, let it be a surprise.
Whoop-de-doo.
Next week, what?
Next week, we can do one of two things.
Okay.
But one of them is going to require waking up and watching the show. Because Bridgerton, or staying up, Bridgerton drops on the day that we're recording. We could also record it on Friday, too. I don't have anything to do on Friday.
I'm sorry, do you want to do the whole season?
No, just one episode. The first episode.
I could do that.
Okay.
I could do that easy. It drops on midnight on Thursday?
At midnight, yep. Or, yeah.
Or Wednesday.
Wednesday going into Thursday. So it is midnight Thursday, which is Wednesday night.
So midnight on Wednesday.
Yes.
That's how how my brain works.
Mm-hmm.
So midnight on Wednesday. This was really hard when we had to do the fucking red eye flight. I was like, what day is it? Okay. Midnight on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I could either watch it before or we could record Friday. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Bridgerton, season 4.
Episode 1.
Only episode 1. You ready?
I am ready to watch the sluttiest Bridgerton boy.
Mm-hmm.
Experience the pussy that gets him to settle down.
Yeah.
And is it pussy?
It is pussy.
Okay.
They've been doing a lot of promo.
It's pussy, not dick.
She's gorgeous. Her family, gorgeous.
I have to say thank you to the Bridgerton casting for just finding these like beautiful, like just absolutely beautiful women, and then be like, and here's their beautiful families.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, damn.
Yep.
It looks fun. The trailer looks good.
Yeah. I didn't watch the trailer, but I trust the process. Also, Tom Varick, one of the producing directors who also played on who was Annalisa's husband on Scandal, that fella. He said that they're talking about prequels for characters we've seen before.
If I don't get the Queen Charlotte universe expanded, that's all I want. Like, you know me, you could scrap the entirety of Bridgerton and just give me Queen Charlotte.
Same.
Wow.
Same. I think they might need to pad it for the other kids to grow up, because we're almost at the end of the older kids. So they need to pad a little bit. And so we might have.
What's Queen Charlotte's best friend's name? Who had to fuck the old guy?
Lady Dansbury.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want that actress back.
Mm-hmm. I want all of them. Like, and we just do. I think it. Yeah. I think it would be Violet's and
I know
Dad Bridget, but they'd still all be there.
It's fine. Yeah,
they're all still going to be there.
It's not my preference, but like, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want that specific. I want that actress back.
Yeah. Yes.
And I want a younger one too to play her. Yeah. I want to expand that even more. Oh my God. God, I love that. Wow.
All right. So join us next week for Bridgerton and Monday for Don't Blame Me. Bye.
Bye.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.